Dragon Ball Daima episode 18 is now officially on Crunchyroll, and we have a huge amount of developments concerning the episode itself, along with a transformation, along with a preview for episode 19. For this, let's just get straight into it. The episode starts off with Goku in his Super Saiyan 3 form bringing the fight straight to King Gomah. As you can expect, him in his Super Saiyan 3 form looks amazing. Without wasting time, Goku goes straight into landing a full-on punch on Gomah, with King Gomah being visibly shaken and then going into a clash of blows with Goku actually holding his own and Majin and Tamagami 1 trying to help him out, but they're dispatched quite easily, showing that they were more liabilities instead of proper help. However, Majin makes the save by giving Dew a large cookie, which not only wakes him up, but gives him a new power-up, breaking their limits as to say. With teamwork, Goku and Majin Dew's newer form push King Gomah back, with me actually thinking that they might actually defeat him in that moment. So far, both Dew and Ku are some of my favorite characters in the show so far, with them being pretty likable. Unfortunately, Dew's power-up doesn't last for long, with him seemingly being tired and the cookie wearing off. A bit of a shame, but Goku is still hanging in there, pushing back Gomah along with Tamagami 1. You might initially say that King Gomah is about to be defeated, right? But nope, the third eye gives Gomah a massive boost, pushing him away from the fighters and making him massively stronger. It actually gets to the point where it looks like he's torturing Goku, dodging his attacks and putting him down. After a key attack, Gomah is pretty much done, wants to end it and powers up a full-scale ball to get rid of him. As Goku is helpless on the ground, Neva goes up to Goku. While he's not exactly a friend of them, it's clear that Gomah is a threat to everyone, which explains why he decides to help him. He gives him something which I feel breaks his limits, and that's where the epic transformation starts. Goku looks absolutely amazing. When I saw this, I started fanboying inside my head. When I saw the fur and tail, I was thinking, this is it, Super Saiyan 4. And then it got to a point where Goku's form stabilized and we saw his full form. Fur and hair like Super Saiyan 4, looks bigger, muscles. The fur itself doesn't cover his hands, something I found a bit weird, but whatever. His hair and eyebrows are the same color as his fur, and I started getting reminders of how Gogeta looked or how they look in Limit Breaker in Heroes, and Vegeta is just standing there being useless as ever. And the form itself is, I don't know. Wasn't really expecting this type of look in his kid form, but I guess from a plot standpoint, it makes sense. Jumping straight into the fight, Goku and King Gomah land a few blows with each other, with Goku landing a very solid blow on King Gomah, but is actually not enough. And that's where King Gomah's third eye is continuously boosting him. He lands a blow on Goku, and this tells me that they are not really going for the idea of a new transformation dominating for the series. Forms like Super Saiyan 2, and 4 initially dominated their opponents. But this reminds me of how God and Blue were portrayed, where they struggled in their initial debut. Although, to be fair, King Gomah has a thing that's continuously giving him power-ups, so it's not exactly Goku's fault. Still, the fight scenes do look great, and a moment exists where Goku uses his tail to help dodge and attack King Gomah. So clearly, both characters are at least in the same tier. Gomah summons a lot of rocks to attack Goku, but Goku finds a way to dodge them all and hits King Gomah. Gomah is naturally upset and frustrated, but right now they are in a neutral position. Thankfully, unlike the Heroes anime at times, the supporting cast decides to interfere and help. But I find it a bit hilarious that Vegeta is weakened to the point where he can't really do anything. Makes me wonder if this is intentional or if he'll have a bigger role other than a possible fusion. Anyway, most of the characters help out in typical Dragon Ball fashion, but Goku is really the only one who is making an actual difference here, with both characters having an amusing back and forth. This isn't a situation where Goku is dominating in typical new transformation form, but it's also not like Gomah is finger-flicking Goku's head off or knocking him out with one blow. Something to also take into account is that the supporting cast is helping Goku, so that in itself is gonna be an annoyance to Gomah. Gomah has to fight Goku, who is in his own tier, and deal with the rest of the characters. A sequence starts where Glorio and Piccolo start charging their attack and hit Gomah. Naturally, Gomah overpowers them, but he sees Goku charging a Kamehameha. Now, this is one of the more surprising moments. As Goku is charging, Gomah is fast enough to blitz and interrupt Goku, with there being a moment where he hits Goku again, and I actually thought Goku was knocked out. Usually when you have scenes like this where the character's eyes start fading or the pupils start fading, the character is absolutely finished. But Goku being Goku finishes charging up the Kamehameha and sends it to King Gomah at full power. Say what you will about this anime, but the sequences, the animations, the fight scenes are amazing. In many aspects, I enjoyed watching Daima more than a lot of episodes from Super. Either way, the attack is done and Gomah goes under another awakening. This time, the third eye powers him up to where he transforms into a giant. When I saw this, I was getting Goku vs Grade A Baby or Goku vs Planet Morph vibes. Goku is visibly shocked, and there's a sequence where Gomah looks scary. In fact, there's also another moment where Gomah blasts Goku, and this could have actually been a good ending to the episode itself, where the antagonist towers over the protagonist in intimidating or classic anime fashion. But Goku actually gets up and still tries to attack. Unfortunately, Goku is overpowered again, and Gomah uses an attack that drains Goku, with Goku wondering how strong the third eye is. But either way, it puts him from his new form all the way to base, which is disappointing, but you know what? King Gomah has an overpowered thing that's continuously making him stronger, so it is what it is. Now, this is where the episode starts taking a turn, as there is a moment where Arinsu calls Glorio on their cell phone, and she wants him to bring her the Dragon Ball, to wish for her to be the new ruler, or at least get a boost that will pretty much make her the strongest in this moment. As Glorio hesitantly brings the Dragon Ball, he's having flashbacks of his time with Goku and the cast, so clearly they had a very positive effect on him. And well, either way, we know that Glorio was taught the Namekian language, which helps him be able to summon Porunga, or the demon world Porunga. And well, we actually get a pretty cool sequence where the dragon is summoned, and King Gomah actually notices this, and he actually tries to attack the dragon. But unlike the situation with King Piccolo, where King Piccolo was able to defeat Shenron, the dragon manages to defend against King Gomah and flick him with relative ease. So clearly this is the strongest version of Shenron so far, aside from maybe a Super Shenron from Dragon Ball Super. But yes, Glorio makes his wish. Goku and the cast feel that he is a traitor, and the episode pretty much ends there with Goku and co obviously hurt, damaged, and bruised from their fight. With that said, here is the preview for the next episode, which will be episode 19, and it will be called Betrayal. We can see that the dragon goes back to where he lives or gets unsummoned, and now it boils down to two things. One, that if Glorio made the correct wish for Arinsu, then it means that Arinsu will be the big bad and be the next main antagonist and give Goku and co a lot of trouble, and will probably be able to dispatch of King Gomah. However, and this is what I personally think, if the betrayal thing means that Glorio summoned Goku and co to adults, then this means that we could potentially see an adult Super Saiyan 4 version of Goku, which would actually be very amazing, because that's what I want to see. And I think that's what a lot of you guys want to see. You want to see this new version of Dragon Ball Daima's Goku at least in adult form. It would be a very missed opportunity. But also, take into account that there's also another thing that factors into this, and that's the fusion bugs. We don't know who will use the fusion thing and what will occur. Will we see a new fusion between Goku and Vegeta, or will we see it with other characters like Majin and Q? That's another mystery in and of itself. So I guess the next episode will either see if Goku and co will be adults, or if King Arinsu is gonna start dominating everyone and they're gonna have to find something else to overpower them. Either way, it was an interesting episode. Let me know what you think about this episode in the comment section below. Are you impressed with the new Super Saiyan 4 hashtag form, or are you disappointed? Either way, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all next time.